Hi there! Are you a text blogger who's thinking about possibly getting into YouTube, but you're not sure how to go about it, and you're worried it'll be too expensive or too much effort? Well, I'm going to show you how quick, easy, and cheap it can be to start up a YouTube career out of your blog. I'm going to say anime blog probably because I'm assuming that's what my audience is. Why should you do this, you may be wondering? Well, the simple answer is that you will have a bigger audience on YouTube. Even if your audience is small, even if you have what would be considered a very tiny YouTube viewership, your view counts will vastly exceed what your anime blog is probably netting. Like, what I would consider a small anime YouTube video would be something with 1,000 or 2,000 views. So that's practically guaranteed if you switch over to YouTube. And contrary to popular belief, YouTube can have great communities around it. Not only are there lots of great commenters, and if you actually respond to comments, you will most likely curate a great comment section, much like the one you have on your blog, probably more active than the one you have on your blog, but there's lots of places you can discuss your videos outside of YouTube, such as Reddit, which has very moderated discussions and you won't get a bunch of shit posters. And if you just want the audience and not even the comments, you can close the comments on your videos. You'll more likely, though, get into lots of discussions with other people who are interested in the medium. You'll probably make some friends with other YouTubers and get invited into other communities if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. So, there's a lot of benefits to going to YouTube and doing your stuff in video form, even if you're not trying to get big, you're not trying to make it take up a lot of time, you just want to do it casually the same way that you're doing your blog. There's still a lot of benefits to doing it on YouTube. Now, if you have a smartphone, you're done. You've already got all the equipment you need. All of my vlogs are filmed on a Galaxy S7 Edge. The audio comes through that, the video comes through that. I'm using the inward-facing camera, and I am lit by just the lights that are in my room. I am in one of the most dimly lit rooms in the world. People who come into my room always complain about how fucking dark it is in here, and I still look pretty okay. And that's just assuming you even want video. Now, just for the sake of argument, just to show you how easy it can be, my camera's just sitting in a windowsill right now. I'm gonna, Here's what my setup looks like. I literally just have my camera in the windowsill. Now that creates a kind of obnoxious low angle, but I'm sure you can find some kind of shelf to rest your camera on. Now if you do want to become a vlogger, I will recommend a small investment. This thing is a phone camera tripod, a little mini tripod. Very easy to move around and malleable. But more importantly, you can take the head off of that and put it on a bigger version, the GorillaPod. This, less than $10. This, $35. This is the most versatile tool I've ever owned. I love this more than I love certain people in my life. It's very easy to just clip a camera onto it, and now I can just walk around with that. If I want to hold it, it's pretty steady. I can put it on any surface, just clamp it to any convenient place in my room, and now I'm vlogging. Now, you may have noticed that there were a lot of cuts just now. Don't worry, that's normal. What you have to understand is that, contrary to popular belief, YouTube fans are not sticklers for quality in video or audio. They don't care that much. Most of them are watching your stuff through a cell phone or through shitty headphones. They can't even tell when your audio is really bad. If you really want to have great audio, you can go all out on that, and I could give you pointers, but you don't really need it. You just need a cell phone, and, it could be old. I was filming stuff on my Note 3 back in the first full year of my vlogs. No one ever complained. That's a 3 or 4 year old phone now. If you don't have a smartphone at all, you might want to look into a webcam or something, which you can get those pretty fucking cheap themselves. If you just want to be an audio-only person and you just want to get a halfway decent microphone, a Blue Yeti is the standard. It's $100. It's a USB mic. You just plug it into your computer and go. There's a free program called Audacity that's very easy to use for recordings. Practically everybody uses it. So, yeah, you're good to go with that. And bear in mind that YouTubers are used to jump cuts. They're used to stuff just being clipped out of a video. If there's a mistake made and it just jumps around, that's what like 99% of all YouTube is. So, don't even worry about that. Perfection is not the name of the game here. The name of the game is getting your ideas out there for people to see. And it's not even that expensive or difficult to raise your production quality astronomically. Watch this. You see that? That's just a couple of fluorescent lights that I picked up at Home Depot that I have screwed to a piece of wood for my own convenience. You don't even need to take that step. One of these will light the shit out of your room. Now I look practically professional. So yeah, stepping up your game isn't hard if you want to do it in the long run. There's lots of just little, easy, convenient tricks to doing it. Obviously, I have a lot of space, so it's easier for me, and I've built up a huge collection of props and things to help me over the years. But if you're just getting started, I mean, I showed you what natural light and a phone camera can do already. It's enough to, get your stuff out there. But of course, let's say that you don't want to be on camera. You just want to have audio. That's perfectly fine. You can just rip the audio from a camera like this and set it over just a still image if you want. I just put out a podcast about Manabi Straight, a 10-year-old anime, where I had an unscripted podcast, highly edited, but unscripted, that was just set over a picture of the show. 30,000 views. I mean, I'm a big YouTuber, but people will watch it, is what I'm saying. If your ideas are interesting, people will come. My friend Ben Saint had the great idea of, when he did a unscripted podcast about Only Yesterday, he set the video to a bunch of looping GIFs from the movie. So he just basically took a collection of GIFs and had each one play for about a minute and did that through the whole video. It's just a fun little entertaining thing for people to come look at if they want to look at the screen. Lots of people just listen to videos in another tab anyways. It is still a way bigger way to get your thoughts heard than through a text blog. You could just write out your posts and, voice them, edit out the silences or the fuck-ups. You don't even really have to edit out breaths or anything. I go all out on my audio because I'm particular about it, but I don't really even hold other people to the same standards. I will listen to stuff where people are just reading through a post with all the breaths intact, as long as your ideas are interesting. That's the most important thing on YouTube, is what are your ideas? Are you talking about something people care about, that they want to hear? Are you saying something interesting? That's all you really need to carry you. Keep in mind that my main channel videos are all just blog posts. I have not changed my writing style at all since when I was an anime blogger. I just am converting blog posts into videos by reading them into a microphone, editing out all the mistakes, and then having someone set video footage to it. I don't even do it myself. I pay an editor. But that's advanced level stuff if you want to pay somebody to do it. You could just set it to video game footage. One of my biggest videos of all time is an hour-long rant about Sword Art Online that is just set to badly recorded footage of Terra Online. I took that footage using a program called Open Broadcaster, which is completely free and very easy to use. For that matter, you might be wondering, what do I use to edit my videos? I have no experience with editing. I don't know what I'm going to put this stuff into. That's perfectly easy. There are free programs such as HitFilm Pro. My friend Rebel Pixels has a channel where he talks about lots of easy, free things, programs and stuff that you can use to get a YouTube channel started. I recommend it. He talks very highly of that program. He uses it to edit his own videos. Personally, I use Sony Vegas. It's very intuitive and easy to figure out, and very easy to find torrents of. You're anime fans, I know you know how to use torrents. So, pick your poison, but it's not hard to find an editor that you can use. You can throw this stuff together really quick. Again, you could do this completely unscripted, audio only, and set it to a picture, and people will still probably watch it more than they'll read a text blog. How do you form connections and get your videos out there? Very simple. The first thing you want to do is the same way you did it as an anime blogger. Talk to other anime bloggers. Two guys who will definitely reach out to you, The Pedantic Romantic and Pause and Select. Both of those guys watch tons of anime YouTube. They will seek you out. If you say anything interesting, they will immediately post your shit on Reddit. They will immediately try to talk to you and probably invite you to be a part of the academic book club readings that Pause and Select does. It's very easy to form connections with people who are trying to promote this community the same way that it was back in the blogger days. I might not be the first guy to reach out to because I'm busy and I get, I'm reached out to by people constantly. So I'm not always the first person to come to, but there are people who will pay attention. Send them your stuff. get somebody to post it on Reddit, get somebody to share it in their communities, and it will grow on its own if the ideas are interesting. Again, the only thing you really need. Yeah, I'm telling you all this because I really think that there's this sort of mindset that if you want to get onto YouTube, you have to go all out and make these fully edited videos and really like try to become big and like grow your channel and be like a famous person or something like that. And that's all not necessary. If you are even a minor YouTuber, if you even just like, you know, point a camera at yourself and say something really interesting, you're still going to get more viewers than a text blog would. And I mean, that's sad. It sucks, but it's the way that things are right now. And, you know, I'd like to see more people sort of get into this scene. And yeah, if you are interested in the money or having a bigger audience, then this is a great platform to expand through, you know. And if you just get started with simple stuff, you'll probably work your way up as you figure out what you're doing and maybe end up liking it. You can, you know, move farther. But there are plenty of amazing YouTubers who never even try to make it that far. You know, my favorite YouTuber, one of them, is a guy called Mr. Beatung, who uses shitty headset microphone and barely relevant game footage and badly mixed audio, but he writes the most interesting stuff on the fucking platform, so he's great, you know? And I'd love to see a lot of these text blogs who I know are looking to make this jump but are just hesitant. You guys just, you know, turn on your camera, read a blog post into it, and then set it, like, take the audio, set it to footage of a still image if you have to, or just looping footage of animated GIFs, and post it, and see how it goes. You know, it's worth a shot. Maybe you'll end up having a big audience, or at least some people to discuss your posts with, more so than you do currently. And that's all. Thanks for watching.